everyone, it's Miss Dragonfly back again, here to bring you another segment on love and life as it really is. Now, why do I think modern feminists aren't real feminists? Well, now we hear celebrities calling themselves feminists all the time, and it seems to be the in trend through the mainstream media. But it is a term that now bears little resemblance to its original meaning. To look at it in perspective, let's go back to the history of feminism. It started with women campaigning to receive equal say, like gaining the right to vote. Also, to gain equal opportunities for women. That meant the opportunity to be able to work and have a career if they so choose. And even more importantly, to be paid the same for the same work so that we are not exploited. Basically, for equality, that women should be treated equally to men. Now, these were known as first and second wave feminism, and it was fantastic and achieved great strides for women. However, modern feminism in the West is also called third wave feminism and is now very different. It is no longer about equality and happiness for women, but petty little grievances like man hating. It seems having already achieved for women the same rights as men, there's nothing left of substance for them to do. So instead of turning their attention and energy towards helping women in other countries who are far less fortunate, women who every day are beaten and killed for getting raped, Western feminists have gone on to targeting things that bear little resemblance on women's happiness and society's happiness. Now all we hear from them is, man hating, shaming and silencing anyone who disagrees with them, and playing the victimhood card. On every TV show, social media platform, all current topics seem to be on how women are the better sex, not just equal. And all problems in the world are caused by men, and women are the immediate remedy. So, how often do you hear, all wars are created by men, and it would be different if the women were in charge. Feminists have been pushing for women to enter into traditionally male dominated roles. They've campaigned for artificial gender quotas for government positions, company boards, and even in the Defence Force. So, what they want is, well, basically positions to no longer be rewarded on merit, but instead to be based on filling artificial quotas and for politically correct reasons. They deliberately choose to ignore all the evidence that women have opportunities to go into these areas but choose not to, or make life choices that are unsuitable for it. Like, women can freely choose to study engineering and science in Western countries, but very few choose to enroll. Women choose to have families, and due to the physical necessity of having to carry the baby, give birth, recover, and nurse the baby, they are always going to need time off work. And due to women's naturally more nurturing side, they will always want to spend a decent amount of time with their children. And that would mean passing on jobs that require a lot of traveling, where they're going to be away from their families for a long period of time. They want women to be equally represented in sciences, but notice that they themselves do not do it and instead choose to go into social sciences and social studies, which women dominate already, thus unwittingly proving that women have little interest in these areas. Indeed, feminists would love for women to have high-powered careers if they got pregnant, then to spend the minimum amount of time possible out of work of a few weeks, then put the baby into childcare and continue with their careers. They believe that a woman can be separated from her natural instinct. And they frown upon women who choose to leave their careers to become mums, and they belittle stay-at-home mums. They want to push women into male-dominated careers despite what women want and what will make women happy. So I don't think they really have women's best interests at heart and women's happiness. Because if a woman is happy to be a nurse, they should be supported. Likewise, if she just wants to be a homemaker, she should also be supported. It should be supporting choices and what would make women happy or the women happy. For this reason, I don't see feminists as true feminists, for it's clear they're not about freedom of choice and the happiness of women. Instead, what they really should be doing is reminding society of the important contributions that women have made throughout history by just being women, and the value that we have contributed with our traditional roles like being mothers and caregivers. This is something that the left and feminists have not done. Being equal to something doesn't mean you have to be the same as it. Women are just as important as men, but we are not the same. And that is a good thing, that we are not the same, as we can do things that they can't. On the flip side, it's important then not to dish men for their masculine qualities. You hear the left keep mentioning toxic masculinity as if there's something wrong with men being men. There isn't anything wrong with men being masculine, just as there's nothing wrong with women being feminine. People are familiar with the philosophy of yin and yang. Even today, Far Eastern cultures such as those of China, Japan, and Korea still go by it. That like yin and yang, that are needed for balance and completeness, the masculine and the feminine are needed for society to function and balance. Men and women are both needed and are just as important because they're needed for what they are and what they can naturally do. The women there are free to choose their careers, but they are still valued for the contributions from their traditional roles if that is what they choose to do. I see myself as a true feminist in that I advocate that women are valuable just as women. We don't need to try and be men in order to be just as important as men. We naturally are. I also believe everyone needs to be themselves in order to be happy. So women need the freedom to make her own choices, and the resulting choices need to be respected, as that is what will make her happy. So these are my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts by leaving your comments below, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe if you've enjoyed the video, as it will help me out a lot. Also click the bell to receive notification of video uploads. So that's it for this video, and I will see you in my next video. So until then, bye for now.